again, trying this again here, folks. First stream this morning, kind of testing the waters with cell phone service. Things were going well until they didn't. Chat box locked up, then I got locked out of the YouTube. Apparently the stream was still running. I got off this thing, went into my second channel's account to comment on the stream to say I was going. I could still comment. The chat box was still going. Could not access it again. But nevertheless, I have adjusted settings in my phone. My phone is no longer 5G. And suddenly, it's like a Christmas miracle. I have better service. So how about that? So we'll see if when people get on here in a little while. Those of you watching this after the fact, I am in Texas on the Lake Fork, fishing with a guide, Austin Anderson. He is a world-renowned buffalo fisherman, catches just monster buffalo. And we have baits out here, standing timber out there in front of us, and we've got baits out just waiting on some buffalo or some carp or most likely some channel cats too. Y'all know I love them. There's been a gazelle. I just reeled in one a minute ago. They've been a pest out here, but hopefully we're going to catch some buffalo today. We've seen some out here. We've seen some coming up to the surface. So it seems to be a lot more activity going on today than what we saw yesterday when the weather was significantly worse. So anyway, I'm going to try my new cell phone settings here. Josh with Catfish and Carp baits, tips, tricks, and techniques. He's down here on this trip with me. He's taught me a thing or two about this whole cell phone deal. He's taught me how to do a speed test on my phone. He told me about the whole 4G, 5G thing. His 4G phone outperforms his 5G when he's live streaming. And another fella commented on my last video and told me how to disable 5G on my settings. And I have done that, repeated the speed test, and now my upload speed is triple what it was before. I'm like, hell with 5G. So I got 3 bar. I went from 1 to 2 bars of service on 5G. Now I have 3 bars of service by disabling it. I'm semi-optimistic things are going to go better. I don't know if the chat box will work. Chat box may still lock up. Did it last week. Just did it earlier today. But as far as service goes, I think we're going to try this. I think it's going to work out. So anyway, we got some people coming in here. Let's see what's going on. There's Big Mike. What's going on fishing with Big Mike? There's my mom. Deanna's back. Palmetto Cat's in the house. I told Kevin messaged me earlier, y'all. And he was going to come with me on this trip originally. He couldn't get off work. And I said, him not coming down here may, with all the trouble I had with the airport, we get my flight, the rental car, freezing to death yesterday, I said, him not coming may have been the smartest decision he's ever made in his life. Matthew Thomason says, Austin's a bit of a goat. Yeah, he is. That he is. Michael Sailors, there's Adam Wade. A river addict. Outdoors with Kevin, we were going to keep a few of them channels, but hell, we can't catch one that's legal size. They've all been under 12 inches what we're catching. Yeah, Douglas, we trying it again. There's my man Dewey. What's up, Dewey? We're down here in Texas today. Fishing with Big Mike hit me with a 5-spot for buffalo bait. Thanks, Big Mike. I appreciate that, man. I hope we catch a buffalo here on the video. There's David Sterling. He's down here in Texas, too. Spider Skull HD. He says he loves my hats and them golly whopper rods. You got good taste, Spider Skull. Deanna said 2 live streams in one day. Christmas came. Well, I don't know about that, Deanna. It's more or less the first stream just got wrecked because of crap service. It's either YouTube or cell phone service. I don't know who to blame. But we trying it again here now. Hell with 5G. We 4G now. And hopefully that's going to improve our calls. Hey, what's up, Larry R? Daniel Vaughn said he had to drop the membership, but still following. Well, thank you, Daniel Vaughn. I appreciate you. I appreciate you following the channel anyway, man. Well, hey, good luck today, Big Mike, man. I hope you tear them up. I'm glad they letting you have a day off work to go try to catch a few. This Melon saying thumbs up, everybody. Outdoors with Kevin's giving Austin bait tips here. Yeah, Alan Patterson, I made it down here to Texas, man. We had a rough go of it. Flight Saturday got delayed twice and eventually moved to Monday. Get here on Monday afternoon and wait 3 hours to get my rental car. Then I had to drive 2 hours out here. So it's been a little bit of a challenge as far as the travel getting here. Weather yesterday was awful, but today's a much better day. The winds are calm, the sun's out. I'm not bundled up like the Michelin Man. It feels comfortable out here. So, and we're seeing some fish too. We're seeing some buffalo out there moving around. They're farther out than our lines, but we're hoping as the day goes on and this water heats up, it's going to just keep bringing them closer and closer and eventually find our bait. So yeah, these fish, they ain't gonna starve to death. They're gonna eat at some point. And we got 2 more days here to make it happen. Big Mike says, finally needed a fishing and me day. I bet you did, Big Mike. You work about damn near every day of the week. Matthew Tomlinson says, rooting for y'all, Justin. Austin is the man for this place, so you're in good hands. Well, thank you, buddy. Yeah, he definitely knows his stuff. He's legit. Brady Parrish, I've been live for 6 minutes, buddy. What could you have possibly missed during that time? Hey, thank you, Spider Skull HD, man. I appreciate the super chat, buddy. My mom says sound and picture so much better than on 5G this morning. Ain't that something? You know, Josh told me that up there, you know, because he's got 2 phones, and the one that's 4G, his upload speed so much better. And sure as the world, that fellow on my other comments told me how to go on the iPhone and turn 5G off. And my 5G, it's got like options. It's got 5G on, or it's got 5G auto, or you can turn it off. And so I was on 5G auto, and the thing on there said that it's 5G, but it will optimize for better battery life or something. And I'm like, well, it's going to be doing that every time I'm live, you know, because the strain on the battery from just having the screen going and you know, and streaming and whatnot. And so I'm like, that's probably what's been wrecking my streams, because there's been so many places this year since I got this phone that I tried to go live and my cell phone service is terrible compared to what it was last year at the same spots. And so I bet it's because of those 5G settings. So I'm hoping now that I've got that turned off, that I'm hoping it's going to improve things a lot. So we'll see. We'll see. But my upload speed's 3 times what it was before. So, and for whatever reason, I've moved the chair down here by the water, because when I was up there by the tent, it wasn't as good as what it is down here. And just a 10-foot difference. So weird. Yeah, Daniel Vaughn, the water is low. Austin said that they lowered it last year to work on the dam, make some repairs, and then they haven't had any rain this year to fill it back up. So it's down pretty significantly. Mike with a bunch of numbers to shout out from South Padre. Thank you, Mike. Ryan Bronco, California. Stephen Griffin in the house. Spider Skull says $1 a day keeps you fit. I hope so, Spider Skull. I appreciate it, man. Callie, K&K Fishing at Fishers with a 20. So just got home, snowing and blowing snow, fog, whiteout conditions. This is a great way to settle down after that drive. Hope you catch some big ones. I'm glad you made it home safe, Callie. Thank you for that super chat. Sounds pretty tough conditions up there. I imagine you're a pretty tough person, though. You gotta be tough up there to live in North Dakota. You can't be a wuss and live up there. Milo, I got the iPhone 13 Pro. And I've had cell phone streaming or live streaming problems ever since I got it. I had an iPhone 10 before and never had any problems, and I thought I was upgrading. I go into the 13 and it's went downhill since. So Sabrina, the 5G is supposedly going to be better, but the problem is that the problem with the 5G is that they don't have the setup yet. The phones are ready for 5G, but Verizon, AT&T, all the companies, they're not ready for it yet. So you got 5G phones that don't have towers to tap into, I guess. But I wish I'd shout that guy's name out. He commented on the last video. Like after the video was over, it was like a normal video comment, and he told me how to do it, and I forgot who it was now. I'd shout him out. Hopefully he's fixed my malfunction here. My mom says show off that great looking shirt. Yeah, I got my bibs on. You can't hardly see it. I got my Kayak Carp shirt on here, y'all. Looking damn good. Representing down here. Catching the eye of the ladies when I walk in these stores with the Kayak Carp merch on. Guaranteed to help you catch more fish and get more women. Available at shopkayakcatfish.com. There's the plug for that. Douglas Mellon said the picture's a lot sharper. Ed from Oklahoma says, welcome back. How many channels you catch behind the scenes? Too damn many. I bet you there's been 50 or more probably. In reality, probably 50 or more channels yesterday and today. They've been relentless. You think I'm lowballing on that? It may be over 50. If you like channel cats, this is the place to come. They've all been about 11 inches and under, but by gosh, there's been a gazillion of them. Yeah, Spider Skull. I got the new Kayak Carp merch out. So we got t-shirts, hoodies, hats will probably be coming on down the line. Got stickers. Got the whole deal. Callie says we have some that come from warm places in the summer. I don't realize how cold and snowy it gets. They usually don't last for more than one winter. I bet them people hightailing down there. She said we're full 30 degrees colder than normal right now. Bites and Strikes said Austin put him on a 39-pound buff. Hope you get one bigger. I hope so too, man. That's a big buff you got there. Yeah, Mark, I'm using Austin's gear. I showed up with a suitcase and some clothes. I didn't bring a damn thing. That's a nice thing about coming on a guided trip like this, is you just show up and fish. You know, he's got the camping gear, he's providing the meals, he's cooking for us, all the baits, the tackle, everything. It's a full service deal. Matthew Tomlinson says this is very cold for mid-November. I know. I was like, I didn't know Texas got this cold. Yesterday I was teeth chattering out here. David Sterling said, forgot the hat. Hell no, man. All vol right now, buddy. Callie says she quits fishing once the ice hits. I don't blame you. I ain't gonna do no ice fishing. It's too cold. There in the Clue down there in South Florida. That's where we should have went this week, get a little warmth. It don't ever get cold down there that south. Tim Hull said he just got on when everything went crazy. I wanted to say hello, Justin. Well, thank you, Tim. Yeah, that last live stream, it got messed up. There goes little Clayton's rods. I got Josh and his son down here from Carp and Catfish Baits Tips, Tricks, and Techniques YouTube channel. They're joining me on this trip. They'll probably be live at some point either today or tomorrow. He's got some rods set up. We got rods all along the shoreline here. And I believe he's got him another channel cat over there. Is that another monster?
That didn't take long.
They just got them rods set out over there just a few minutes ago. It's already got a dang channel cat on it. Look at that monster right there. That's what's been pestering the hell out of us.
Show it to the stream on what kind of channel catfish they can expect to catch those with.
Yeah, by gosh. If y'all out there that love you some channel cats, you want to get on them, let me show you what you can get down here. Everything's bigger down in Texas, folks. That's what they say. Everything's bigger. I mean, look at that thing. I use catfish bait back home that's bigger than that fish right there.
It's a monster.
Those damn things, y'all, have pestered us for 2 days straight now. I mean, like, you cast the bait out and they're on it. You reel one in, they're just gorged with all the bait that's Austin's put out there. Get back over here before I walk out of cell phone range again. I don't want to chance it. I know right here I've got the best service of anywhere around. I don't want to venture too far away. I've set myself up right here between these rods too. There's Paul Boyd in the house. What's up, Paul? Chris Jones, club member. Mike McDaniel. Alan Patterson says, guess we ain't gonna talk about the game against Georgia. Well, we done talked about it. How much more we got to talk about it? We've been talking about it for a week. Yeah, Brady, I ended up selling it. I hated it, man. For what I do, it was nice having the motor, but it was so damn loud. The water hitting the hull, it was going to interfere with my streams. I knew it was. People weren't going to want to listen to that. And so I sold it to a guy back home. He's going to turn it into a hunting boat. It is. It wasn't as much fun to fish out of. It was loud. I just didn't. I like fishing out the kayak, man. I'm gonna just roll with it. Mac McKinnis down there in Lakeland, Florida. I'm jealous. It's 74 degrees. Josh and Clayton, Tim Szynski says, what's up?
Tim, what's up?
Daniel Vaughn, he uses a variety of baits, mostly oats for the pack bait. Yeah, bass and carp, we've pre-baited. He come out, Austin come out earlier before we got here and baited up, and then he's been baiting periodically since we've been here. So yeah, he's got corn, cattle cubes, he's got boilies out there, got a variety of baits he's been chumming with, just trying to draw them in. Any fit as possible said, looks like some nice weather. It's nicer today. You sure wouldn't have seen me trying to live stream yesterday. You wouldn't have been able to understand me. My teeth were chattering so bad. But today's a much better day. It's supposed to be in low 50s today and sunny. The wind's blowing slightly right now, but nothing like it was yesterday. So much more comfortable day. I'm down to a sweatshirt and a hat now, not a toboggan and 2 more layers. So it's definitely a little more comfortable. Yeah, Steven, we're gonna try it again without 5G. See how this goes. Kevin Powdrell's back. Ivan Jovankovic, a Serbian trucker. Heck yeah. I don't even know where Serbia's at. Sounds foreign though. Josh Wagner, Dre. Living well, my friend. We're living well out here, trying to dodge a channel cat and maybe catch something else. That's what we're trying to do. Got all day today. We got tomorrow. I got to fly back out on Friday. I'm gonna stay here in Lake Fork Thursday night, and we'll get up about 4, I guess, and start heading back to Dallas. So I got to drop off the rental car and get through security and all that. I'm sure I'm going to get stopped in security with all my camera gear, because I got stopped by security. They had to do a bag search on me when I was coming out here. So thankfully it was just checking my bag and not a full cavity search. But nevertheless, I'm sure I'll get held up. No, Sea Stone, you haven't. Not yet. Yeah, Matthew, I wish it would come out and stay out, and I wish that wind would quit. That wind blowing off the water is still cold. Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, Sabrina, I'm hoping that too. I'm hoping that places that I used to have service enough to go live, that for whatever reason I can't this year, I'm hoping it's just because of the 5G deal. Texas has been pretty nice so far, Josh Wagner. The people down here has been really good. Everybody's been super nice. I'm staying at a little motel, and they've been real nice and whatnot. They called while I was waiting on the rental car, because, you know, I had set a reservation there, and they said they were closed. The office was closing, but they was going to leave the door unlocked for me, you know, to get in the room. I thought that was super nice of them to do that. And I went in their little tackle shop, and I got my fishing license and whatnot, and everybody there was helpful. I had their breakfast at their little restaurant this morning, and it was great. So yeah, everybody down here in Texas has been good so far. Yeah, Kylie Bear, I've heard the same thing. Lake Fork's got channel cats here, but Tawakoni's supposedly got the big blues. Oh, Callie with a 10 spot said, you see the Vikings-Bills game this weekend, turned 36 on Sunday. Watch the game, and Jefferson's catch was a great birthday present. I actually did. I caught the second part of that game, the second half of that game there, Callie. And I was happy about it because I bet on Minnesota to win their division, so they've pretty well got it on lockdown at this point. So I was happy about that. But it was a pretty incredible game. And I was happy to see Buffalo go down. Thank you for that super chat, Callie. And happy birthday again, by the way. Norman Potter trying to get me out there to Arkansas. Andre Dorsey said DFW can be a little tough. Yeah, that's why I'm going to give myself extra time, Andre, because I don't really know how long it's going to take me with the rental car, getting it dropped off and, you know, checked and processed out. And then I got to take a shuttle to the airport and get through security. So I'm going to give myself a little extra time on Friday. Ed says, are you near the Minnow Bucket Tack? I don't even, hell if I know. I follow GPS, Ed. Oh, it is? But don't tell them that, Austin. They're gonna know right where you at. That was a trick question. Yeah, Michael McDaniel, they feeding us good down here. Austin's been cooking for. He cooked hamburgers last night. It was better than any burger we'll get at a restaurant around here, that's for sure. I don't know what we having today. No, Sea Stone, I'm not going to be doing any bass fishing down here. We buffalo fishing yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and then again, I got to go home on Friday. I'd hope to do some gar fishing down here this week, but with the weather, it knocked it out, and then, of course, my flight got changed and all that, and all the delays and change before I could even get here, so hopefully I'll be able to make it back at some point in the future. Sabrina, not really, because I don't think anybody would watch. I mean, that would be an easy video for me to make, but if it gets 500 views, what's the point? It ain't worthwhile. I can't even hardly, I've done walkthrough videos of my kayak, can't hardly get anybody to watch those either, so ain't worth fooling with. Matan says, can you tell us what model rod and reels do you have? Are you wanting to know what we're using out here on this trip, or are you wanting to know what I normally use? Because all my gear that I use in my regular videos are linked in the video description. But if you're wanting to know what we're using out here, I can see if Austin will go over everything. No, Kylie didn't get to do the gar fishing. The weather turns so cold, the guy was going to fish with us said it wasn't worthwhile. There's my man Ruger. What's going on, Ruger? Well, we got a name I can't pronounce. Says hello from Turkey. Well, hello, name I can't pronounce. Glad you tuned in. What time is it in Turkey right now? Daniel Fawn says, don't let them know where you're at. They'll be trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. That's the comment of the day right there. Yeah, Matthew Gray, water level's real low out here. It's down several feet. There's Michael Toby, my favorite name in the world. In Turkey time, it is 20:56. Time for black tea, a special Turkish one. So y'all are either way ahead of us or way behind us. Because Texas time, it is 11:57. David Sterling says, don't forget about that like button. I appreciate that. Lynn Underwise says, hello all. Lynn, I bet you've been made fun of. I bet people used to call you Lynn Underwear, I bet, when you was a kid. I bet you that happened. Willis Cop, what's going on? He says, what have you taken from your trip that you feel will help you target buffalo in Tennessee? Well, several things, Willis Cop. One big thing is the baits and size. Austin uses those Corda dumbbells, the really small ones, because even the larger buffaloes got such a small mouth. The other thing that's kind of a big, I don't know if it's really helpful for me or not, with how I set up my rods on the kayak and stuff, but just seeing how they bite. I bet I've had buffaloes bite my rods at home and didn't even know it, just missed them. And so seeing how they'll sit there and just mess with the baits and stuff and have them explain that. Also too, just watching him and how he baits, how his setup process. I mean, it's one of those things I'll brag on him about forever. It's just the fact I've peppered him with questions, anything that pops into my head, and he sits there and answers everything. And he's been so helpful on all that stuff. So there's a lot of little things, I guess, that'll pop into my mind as I'm going in there. I should have probably been writing stuff down, but I definitely feel smarter now than when I got here. So I think it's going to help me. It definitely can't hurt me. Yeah, Tony, I'm glad you've got some cold weather up there. I'd hate for us to only be experiencing it down here. Hell, they don't do Thanksgiving in Turkey. I guess that would be an American holiday. That makes sense. And here in America, Thanksgiving was technically made because we come over here and we stole the land from the Indians, and we celebrate that we're thankful we were able to do that. So people in Turkey, they didn't steal no land from the Indians. So I don't guess they would be celebrating Thanksgiving. That makes sense. Big Wrench catfishing in the house. He's a club member. What's going on? Shane Price from Gloucester. Shane Price from somewhere over in England. Josh over here says, "What's up?" That must be one of your buddies on your stream. He says, "Where's your pals from carp and catfishing?" Right up there.
It's just catfish, no carp and catfish.
Yeah, just catfish out here. No, I moved down here by the rods because I have more cell phone service here than what I do 10 foot up that direction. And since we've already had one live stream debacle this morning, I'm trying to minimize it at this point. So lost my spot. There we go. Paul Boyd. Yeah, Alan, it's going to be another night here where I probably go back to the hotel. Austin has set up the tents here for us. But I'm guessing 8, 9 o'clock when it gets cold and frigid here, my butt's going to be headed back over to the motel, getting a hot shower and getting under the covers. We'd have to really be wearing them out about 9 o'clock tonight to motivate me to stay. Adam Foster from the UK. How's it going? Caught anything? We've been tearing up some channel cats out here. No buffalo yet today. Yeah, Daniel, wind's picking up. I decided to go with the camera or the phone microphone and not put on my external mic because the winds were calm, and so it makes total sense that the wind will start blowing now. That's all right. The wind, it'll cause the wind to stop blowing then, wouldn't it though? Benny said it's been raining, sleeting, and snowing up there in Kentucky. Yeah, I know there's some big crappie in here. Austin says he's got a bass guide service too, and he uses live scope a lot to target bass with on his bass guide trips. Ashley Beebe, I guess my biggest fish is probably in that holy catfish video. Probably my biggest one. Oh, there's one of Clayton's. Get you. Josh, go reel in that channel cat over there. You ain't got time to eat and take a break.
It's a bug, man.
Oh, you optimistic?
It's a bug.
Well, you can see how excited he is to go over here and get this channel cat. Look at him run. Lord, he's gone. He's gonna sprain an ankle trying to run that fast. We've had so many channel cats, y'all, we can't even get excited when the rods beat because we know it's about an 11-inch long channel cat. If a buffalo hits, we won't know about it for 5 minutes because none of us are jumping up to go get a rod at this point.
If it's still on there, it's about 2 ounces. I think it come off. It had to come off. If not, it's a minute.
Well, good. Most of the time, we ain't been so lucky. False alarm.
There it is, guys.
There it is.
It's a hold right there. It's a big one.
False alarm. Don't worry, y'all. If you were wanting to see a channel cat, stay tuned. There's more coming.
It was on there.
Mark Reeves said, "Can Austin tell us what's the record buffalo out of Lake Fork?" Well, hold that thought, Mark Reeves. He's ventured away from camp. He's up there at his trailer. He brings a trailer, man. He packs so much stuff.
I think he said
70 pounds, 6 ounces. 70.5. There you go, Mark Reeves. That's a big one. It's probably the previous record. I'm gonna break that at some point today. That's my plan. Jason Curry just won thus far, 29 pounds. Yeah, Penny, I think we got the phone issue straightened out. I ain't buffering. My mom said the picture looks better than what it has been looking, so hopefully just turning off 5G solved all our malfunctions. We just been getting channel cats though. No fishing wolf, no stories like that. These women down here in Texas apparently, well, maybe two just because it's been so cold, but I think they wear underwear down here. Sabrina Shelton, hold that thought. I'll ask him when he gets back down here. Alan Patterson said, true Texican there. If you go to the lake, you bring your whole house on the back of a truck. Yeah, he's got that trailer packed full, man. Of course, he's packing camping gear and cooking gear, and we got a shade canopy, and he put a wall up on that thing last night, trying to block the wind. He's got propane heaters, tables, plus he's got all the carp gear and rods and all that stuff. And of course, he's packed a bunch of bait too, because he does, we're out here for 3 days, and oftentimes when he fishes, he's going out for even longer, and so he's got to bring enough bait to be able to chum with and all that. So takes a trailer to haul it in for sure. Tim encouraging people to smash that like button. I appreciate it. Matt Thomason says those buffs are tough cookies to crack sometimes. Takes days and hundreds of pounds of bait. Yeah, that's kind of what that's kind of one of the big takeaways for me is that, because when I get back home, I'm not going to fish like this. I'm going to do my normal 4, 5, 6 hour trip. So I had hoped to come down here and be able to take what I learned and go back home and just instantly start wrecking them, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think I'm going to be able to target them a little better as far as baiting and my rigs and stuff like that. But as far as, catching them consistently, I think when I get back home, it's still going to kind of be a luck thing. I expect to maybe catch a few more at home just because I'll be using the appropriate baits and rigs and stuff, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to go out and target them like on a daily basis type deal. Ashley B, I've answered that question before. You've asked the question about 5 times here in the chat. I told you, go to the video titled Holy Catfish. That's the last time I'm answering that question. I've literally seen your comment pop up like 5 times after I answered it. Johnny K says, I wish I was home right now, stuck in Iraq. You're less than an hour from my house. There's you one. Is that a channel cat?
Looks like it.
Channel cat. Here we go, folks.
One for the haters.
We'll dedicate this one here to the haters. Clayton reeling in a channel cat over there too.
Looks like it.
Double channel cats.
Yeah, now we're in competition.
The good thing about Austin here, he will at least reel in his channel cats for us, so we don't have to fool with him. He's a good man, folks. He's full service. He does it all.
Oh, I got a tiny one.
All y'all loving channel cats out there. Right there. Ain't even keeper size.
I think he's got me.
He's got you beat for sure. His at least a ½ inch bigger over there.
Yeah.
There's 2 for the haters. Austin, I did have a question a minute ago, specifically for you. They wanted to know what your personal best buffalo was.
63 pounds, 12 ounces.
63.12.
I caught it right there.
Right here on the same spot we're fishing.
Same spot we're fishing.
Nice. Well, I'll probably just go ahead and beat that today, but.
Yeah, go ahead. Be glad.
I'm just gonna wait a little while because I want you to hold that record a little while longer.
Yeah, just a couple more hours.
Just a couple more hours. Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
I'll let you have it for now, and then after you're done, I'm just gonna break it too.
You're gonna break it. Don't break my. How long you gonna give me? Like at least an hour, right? Give me an hour to hold it. 30 minutes. All right. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. All right, you heard it, y'all. I'm gonna break the record, and Josh is gonna let me hold the record for 30 minutes. That's as good a deal as we're gonna get out of it. Hey, that's what you gotta do. Stick some sinkers in their belly. Arkansas Slim, my man, $5, he says, and like button smash. Thank you, Slim. He's a new club member. Happy to have him. Ashley B says, sorry, I thought you were talking to someone else. That's why you have to say, well, if I answered the question for somebody else, it don't make any damn sense. Why you ask it again? There's Danimal. What's going on, Danimal? I know, Chris Fanata. I come to Texas thinking it never got cold here, and it's 30 degrees. I was duped. Trey Barfield, he was going to keep a few of them channels yesterday to cook them up, but we never could catch any that was keeper size. They got to be 12 inches. We can't even get a 12-incher. Ain't that something? Oh, I believe it, JLD fishing. I believe it, man. Them little channels, buddy, they've been in here by the hundreds too. Danimal, I flew down. That's been a little bit of a disaster, but I'm here. Flew down, flying back. If I could go back a few weeks and have a chat with myself before I booked the airfare, I'd have just drove, knowing what I know now. John Doe. John Doe got some jokes up in here. John Doe now has the comment of the day with his comment of what's the biggest fish you've ever caught. Chris Venado, we got one yesterday, 29 pounds. One buffalo, one common, and 6,000 channel cats. Animal, you don't want me showing you how to carp fish. I sure as hell can't do it with any consistency. Will's Cops, the seeing as nobody jumps when his rod alarms go off, what's the difference between the sound a channel cat makes and a buffalo? Y'all react when it goes off like you have to go take this. Well, it's because we've been beaten down by it for 2 straight days of channel cats. That's what it is.
Buffalo like to make the line go.
So we won't necessarily hear a beat necessarily.
Well, you'll hear some beat, but the indicator will go straight down.
Oh.
So I can tell just by what the indicator's doing if it's a catfish or not.
Oh.
And then the carp will always just scream off going 100 miles an hour. So if one just starts taking off, it's going to be a carp.
There you go. From the man himself there, Will Scott. Yeah, we've just had so many channel cats though, it's kind of, we've been beaten down by it. Tim Hall says, you know, to get one over 12 inches, you got to have 12 inches in it.
Another one.
Clayton's got another one on over there. Oh, Vivi Saldana, he says, hey buddy, sorry I had to leave the live chat earlier, but I'm back at it again, hammer down, 1999. Well, thank you, Vivi. I had to leave the chat earlier too. My screen locked up and I lost my chat box. And And apparently the live stream was still going, but I couldn't access it. It was a mess. But it seems to be doing better now though, because I got my phone settings, I got 5G turned off. You gonna reel in a channel cat? Who do you want it to be for? Shout out one of your people on here.
I don't know. Adam Foster was on.
Hell if I know.
How about Mama Jane? She like channel guys?
Well, you know, she probably would like having a fish dedicated to her one time. Lord knows her son ain't gonna do it for her.
Show them the belly on this thing.
Look at that thing, man. That small channel, they've been down there just gorging on
Look at the belly, yeah, it's got full back there.
They got a weird color on there. They're more brown back home.
Yeah.
It's like a bluish green tint. This thing's the devil. There goes another one, just like that. We're in channel cat hell, y'all. Who knew that Texas was channel cat hell?
As soon as it hit the water, it was
Unreal, man. Vivi Saldana, thank you for that super chat. I'll dedicate you a fish, Vivi, if we ever get a buffalo. I don't want to insult you by dedicating a channel cat to you. Especially one that's about 10 inches long. Trey Barfield, yeah, I do have. That's a great question, Trace. Did you have that hoodie you're wearing for sale? I do. This is my new Kayak Carp merchandise. It's available at shopkayakkatfish.com. Also have some stickers, Kayak Carp stickers available at catfishsumo.com. So, yeah, all this stuff's available. Hoodies, t-shirts. Hopefully have some hats at some point if there's an interest for it. But I think the logo turned out pretty good. I like it. Turned out well. If I can learn how to catch a carp now, I'll be set. Sabrina said the wind is picking up fast. Water is still super choppy, and you can hear it more in the microphone at times. Yeah, well, if y'all let me know if the wind gets too bad, I will go get the external mic. But yeah, it was before I turned on the live stream. It was calm. Like we were having a pretty good weather day. It was sunny. Now the clouds have rolled in here, and it is still a lot warmer than yesterday. Yesterday was brutally cold. Danimal says, how the hell is Justin keeping up with the chat? Well, we ain't got nobody in here, Danimal. When I ain't got but, we got 173 people, it's easy to keep up with. When I got a few hundred people in, that's when things get rough. This time of year, that's why I normally cut off the live stream. This actually will probably be the last live stream of the year in reality, because normally, like last year, I stopped in, I think late October or November. I stopped the live streams because I didn't have anybody watching. And so this year I'd had people requesting that I go live while I was in Texas if I had cell phone service. And so I thought I would, but I knew we wouldn't have a big group of people in here watching, because I just don't. My regular videos don't get views this time of year, and I just don't have a lot of people in here. Interest goes down for whatever reason. Josh Silver again reeling in another one. Channel cat hell. JD Battelle says we need more merch. What do you want? What do you want? I can make it happen. Ty Kitts fishing vicariously through me, seeing us catch some channels. We're at Lake Fork. Oh, he was asking Tyler. Never mind. That's what I said, Mountain Home Forge. I was like, we ought to be trying for channels. We might get a buffalo by accident. Ruger says, looks awesome. Thank you, Ruger. Scott Fegan from Abilene. What's going on? Yeah, we could have definitely picked some better weather conditions to fish, Scott. That's for sure. But that's a gamble you take, you know. You plan these trips out a long time in advance, and just kind of hope for the best on the weather. It just is what it is. John Dose is going to get a picture of you and your grandma on a shirt. Somebody'd probably buy it, wouldn't he?
Now,
Who you want to dedicate that to, Josh?
Am I wrong, or is that the same fish? I'm probably wrong, but they all look the same.
They all look the same.
They all look the same. I think we're throwing them back, and they're going right back out there and eating them.
Well, quit throwing the damn things back. Damn things they're the devil.
World hunger right here, Justin.
We could.
We could, right?
Sally Struthers would find a bunch of hungry children for you to feed. It's been fun down here anyway, even though the channel cats won't leave us the hell alone. We've had a good time. It's my first time ever meeting Josh and his son in person. I've interacted with them online on YouTube and live streams and stuff. And Josh has been real helpful with helping me with the carp. He sent me carp baits and tiger nuts and stuff to try. But this is my first time fishing with them. They had mentioned on a stream recently, I was on there, he was curious about getting the guide info I was using, because they were wanting to go to Texas at some point, and so I just said, hey, I'm going on these dates. If you want to join me, just come on down. And so he was able to get off work and make it happen. So come down here and kind of split the trip and whatnot. They drove down. I flew. They drove like 14 hours from where they're from up there. But they got in sometime over the weekend and done some fishing. They had done a live stream, and then I think they're going to stay an extra day. I think they're going to fish on Friday somewhere, and then go home Saturday, I think. So, and their channel, Carp and Catfish Baits, Tips, Tricks, and Techniques, they're going to be live probably some point today or tomorrow, and then probably on Friday as well, I'd imagine, before they go. Vivi Saldana, $9.99. He says, no, sir, I've caught them channel cats all my life in Texas. I'd rather have a carp. You got good taste there, Vivi. Thank you for that super chat. Yeah, people tell me all the time that channel cats are great and all. And I guess if you live up in the Northwest where they get bigger, them 30-pounders and stuff, maybe they would be fun. But the size of channels we got back home in Tennessee are not much bigger than this, and they just a pest. And these down here that we've got have all been super small. Mark Reeves says, how about gloves with your logo? Well, that'd be interesting. I'll talk to Daniel about that. Because I have talked to him before about getting me some gloves, because I'd use gloves when I handle catfish and stuff. And so some gloves with my logo, that may be a possibility. We may be able to work that out at some point in the future. There's Jason Drummond from Glasgow. Long ways off. Michael Toby says, just curious off the top of your head, what reels do you use for carp fishing? If you're asking what I use back home, I've got a Daiwa BG 4000. That's probably my favorite. And then I've got some Regal 3000s. But I'll probably be switching over to the 4000s. I don't know exactly. I think Austin's got, I think those are Shimano Bait Runners 6000s. And these over here are pins. I don't know what kind. He's got these bait runner spinning reels. My mom says I need to get the external mic. I need to fix my chair here, y'all. I'm about flipped over backwards. Y'all bear with me. I'm gonna walk up here and get the external mic. It was flat calm until I turned on the live stream. Lo and behold, the wind's gonna blow. Let me get my box here. Y'all, I packed all this camera gear. I got all these batteries and stuff, and I was going through the airport security in Knoxville, and I saw him pull my bag off the side. I'm like, I'm about to get the full cavity search. Thankfully, it wasn't too big an ordeal. Let's see here. Bear with me a minute, y'all. Bear with me. All right, I gotta do some plugging in. Technical difficulties here, y'all. It's all I can't see my microphone thing with them glasses on. polarized, filters that out. Going to the external mic here, Josh. The wind. I conjured up the wind when I went live. Never fails.
Well, when I took my coat off, it got cold.
I know. I was sitting out there. I had to put my hood on too. I was thinking the same thing. I might need to get my jacket again. The clouds moved in, and the sun went away, and it dropped about 10 degrees. It feels like. All right, y'all. Give me a sound check here. Can y'all hear me better now? How does that sound? Did we lose audio altogether when I did that? That's a possibility too, potentially. I'll try to get this thing here on top of the phone. All right. Y'all give me some feedback. Can you hear me now? All right, Tim says I sound good. Good, that's what I want to hear. Put this back. I'm gonna go back down here because I know I got good cell phone service down here. I don't want to chance it. After the debacle we had earlier today, I hate to chance it. Let me see what's going on here. I had another super chat somewhere. Where'd it go? Henry Christ with $20. He said, hey, from the eastern shore of Maryland, keep the live chats coming. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate it, man. This will probably be the last one of the year, unless I go on another vacation, fishcation somewhere. But we'll pick them back up again in the spring for sure when the views pick up. Deanna says it sounds the same to me, just less wind. Good. Hopefully. Got another channel cat over there. Channel cats non-stop, y'all. It's the channel cats, man. They're out of control. No, Daniel, I think we got all the same carp and buffalo stuff back home as what y'all have here. They just, buffalo is a lot bigger down here. Danimal, you know, kind of the same thing with the Q&A sessions and whatnot. You know, there's no audience for it. There's just not a high demand. It's not really worthwhile to do. I would, you know, if there was interest in it, but I just don't think there'd be any interest. Jose Torres, he's been using the catfish techniques there in Puerto Rico lakes, and they work very well. That's awesome, man. That's interesting to know, Jose. I went down to Puerto Rico back in, I took my mom down there. I can't remember what year. I think 2015. And I did some tarpon fishing down there in Puerto Rico and caught a few tarpon. It was phenomenal. It was great. Beautiful, beautiful place down there in Puerto Rico. I imagine a lot of it's probably got hammered with the hurricane since then, but it was a great trip. Had a good time down there. Harry Anderson said, I never thought you'd pay money for a channel catfish guide trip. That's the truth, man. I had no idea we would catch this many channel cats. Alan Allison says, speaking of merch, I got a coffee mug a while back and don't see them available on your website. Did I get in on a limited batch? If so, how many do you sell? Well, Alan Allison, here's the funny thing. So I updated my merch stuff there on the site a while back, and I was looking at like what was selling and what wasn't. I think I had sold like 2 mugs, so you were like 50% of my mug sales. So I just ditched the whole mug thing. But Alan, thank you for being one of the 2 people who actually bought a Kayak catfish mug. It's awesome. I'm glad. I don't get any of your personal information. Like when you make a purchase, I don't know who buys what. You know, all I see is the sales. So I'm glad to know who it was that bought a mug. But yeah, it was definitely limited edition Kayak catfish mug. Alan. You have one of two in the world. Ed wants some kayak, catfish, and carp beanies. That might be a possibility also, yeah. Yeah, we might can make that happen. Tim says it's the hat. Put a Texas hat on and they won't touch you. Callie says way less wind now. Good. Good. Hopefully the fancy mic will fix our problems here with the wind. And now that I got the fancy mic, maybe the wind will actually stop. That would be best case scenario. Deanna says now the wind is loud and less you. Oh hell. Well, crap. Well, I think everything's on. There shouldn't be any wind now, though. I mean, bear with me a second here, y'all. We're gonna try this. Normally, okay, we'll see what that does. Normally, when I go live, I plug my mic in and then turn the live stream on. So I just disconnected the thing from my phone and plugged it back in. So we'll see if that changes the sound at all. Willis Cop says he's feeling an ultralight live stream between now and the end of the year. I don't know, Willis Cop. Those are my worst viewed live streams. It's not as big a deal with not having as many people in the chat when I'm ultralight fishing because I'm doing something, you know. I can't keep up with the chat box anyway. But it gets hard to do a live stream when you don't have but 100 and some odd people. You know, you're literally at the bottom of the chat box waiting on the next chat to come, and you know, it's hard when it's like that to keep the energy up when you having to wait. And Lord knows when you ain't got anybody in a chat box, they definitely ain't no financials to be had, so makes it tough. But they'll definitely be more interested in the spring. Spider cells. Oh shoot! I don't even want to try to get into the reel market. It was hard enough to get the rod fixed right. Alan Allison says, best memorabilia limited edition. Thank you, sir. I'm glad you like the mug, man. I'm glad you one of the two people that liked it. Deanna said you could do tumblers instead of regular coffee cup. Well, here's a funny thing, Deanna. I've had tumblers. I may have removed those too, but I had tumblers on there. And the only tumbler that sold was the one that I bought as a merch sample. That was the only one. So I may have removed them too, I think. The tumbler was really nice though. It was really good quality. The animal said I should sell a I Met Kayak Catfish shirt. Mom says it's better now. Penny said the mic got better. You know what? The mic may have never taken over. I may have needed to unplug it and plug it back in like I did, and that may have got it going possibly. Deanna said she would buy a I Met Kayak Catfish shirt. Y'all gonna talk me into making a new shirt here. Kenneth Elliott, $1.99. He says, sorry, it's not much. It's all it will let me. Hey, I'm thankful for it, Kenneth, man. I appreciate your support, man. I appreciate you watching there, Kenneth. All of you that are watching today are a rare breed. As you can see, there's not very many of you this time of year. So those of you that stick with me, I appreciate y'all a little more than the casual viewer who watches 3 times a year. Jimmy Geiger, none today. We got one yesterday, 29 pounds. Philip Thomas said, you should have never said you was going to Texas. The Channel Cats got together and now they're YouTube famous, buddy. They are. The Channel Cats heard I was coming, buddy. There's NJ Fishing Maniac, Martin's UK, Mike Barron with a 5 spot. He says, hey, buddy, how you been, man? I've been sick as hell. Glad to see you, buddy. Stay safe and catch us a monster. Be careful out there. Well, thank you, Mike. Thank you for the super chat, man. We're making the most of it, even if we are in channel cat hell. Douglas said we still got wind noise. I give up, man. Y'all, if y'all don't want to listen to the wind, click off. I've done all I can do, damn it. Some people says it's better, some people say it's worse. I don't care at this point. Random said if you can't go on your guide fish, I'm with him right now. Yeah, Ed, you're definitely the one. You're the top 0.5% actually. That's for sure. Tadpoles is the kayak trash man. Heck yeah, man. There's Becca. What's going on, Becca? Glad to see you in here. Becca, I don't know where Becca lives at in Texas. I know Becca's moving, but she's somewhere in Texas, and I'm down here in Texas right now, Becca. Levi, we catching channel cats right now. Yeah, Cheryl, the kayak catfish tournaments are over for now. I think they start back up again in March. I think that's when we'll get them going again. Our 1 Ton Fishing Club says, like y'all never fished in the wind. Rex Dinwiddie from Oklahoma. And we got all kinds of Texas and Oklahoma people in here today. That's always the case, though. I got more people in Texas and Oklahoma that watch than anywhere else in the world. Penny says when you lean your right shoulder back, the wind is bad. Let me see if I can turn a little bit then. The things I do to accommodate y'all that hate the wind. Let's try that. I'll face directly into the sun now. See if that'll help us. Art says the wind noise don't bother him. My mom says I should mention my short. I should mention. That's a good idea, Mom. Yeah. So my second channel, I'm posting a couple regular videos on there a week, longer, shorter videos, and then shorts videos. So that channel's doing really well even through the fall right now. I just crossed 2 million views on there yesterday, which is pretty good considering I only got 6,000 subscribers. So I may end up, I don't know, I'm gonna play with that some more this winter. I may end up posting all my regular videos on that channel since this one's kind of dead. Just keep the live streams on here maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it was a good idea, my mom. I should probably push that channel more. Lacey don't mind the wind noise. That makes 2 of you that don't. There's Dean Koss from we got a lot of people in the UK in here today. Deanna says she hates that I keep comments off on that channel. She's always trying to comment. Yeah, I hate dealing with the comment box on my main channel. I sure don't want to open up a source of frustration on the other one. I like interacting with you all in my live streams because y'all are pretty good people. But the random viewer and the stupid people, I can't deal with. And it takes so much time. I've spent so many hours just answering comments on my main channel, especially in the spring and summer months when I actually get views. It's just overwhelming. So I said when I started that other channel, I was like, I'm turning comments off. And I wanted to experiment too, just to see, like, do comments, do as engagement and stuff like that. Does it help boost videos? Does it get them pushed out there? It doesn't seem to be making a difference. The fact that my second channel with no comments on is growing faster than my main channel tells me comments don't mean anything as far as a video getting pushed. So I think I'm gonna keep my interactions to this live stream stuff going forward. And 'cause it's a lot more personable anyway, I feel like. David Count says it's cold there in the Ozarks today and windy. It's chilly down here too. Liam Patrick's in the UK as well. Henry Chris, the other channel's Kayak Catfish Highlights. That's the name of it. Fishing Wolf says, do catfish go deeper this time of year? Actually, we're about to get to the point back home. They're going to be moving up a lot shallower. Levi says he hates you. I hate YouTube shorts too. I just do it because they're pushing it so much. Yeah, Art One Time Fishing Club, he hits the nail on the head with the shorts and the TikTok audience. It's ain't my people. Yeah, Becca's been putting out a bunch of shorts. She says she's having a blast making them. Good stress relief, and they make her laugh. Yeah, Becca puts out, she's been putting out a bunch lately. She's been on it, buddy. There's Josh in the live stream. Y'all, if you're wondering where Josh with Carp and Catfish Baits, Tips, Tricks, and Techniques is at, he's literally sitting up there 10 feet away from me. Y'all, he'll be probably live out here today or tomorrow sometime too, so y'all can check him out. Might even see me making a guest appearance on his stream. Yeah, I'm close then, Trucker John Billy. I'm close to you then. Hey, thanks for posting the link to my other channel there, Becca. I appreciate that. Callie, K&K Fishing Adventures says, my last short has over 1,000 views. Apparently people like feral cats and trees, avoiding 15 inches of fresh snow. I guess it's hard to go wrong with a cat video any time of year. George Melson's been a member for 3 months. Thank you, George. He says, I'm on my second time watching all the videos and taking notes. My fishing skills have came up a lot. Thank you for your time to teach. Well, thank you, George. I'm glad you find them helpful, man. Thanks for supporting the channel for so long. Means a lot to me, man. There's Tyler Rasmussen, $1.99, no comment, but thank you, Tyler. Look at him. Look at him run over to that channel cat, man. Yeah, one of these days we're gonna get tricked and we're gonna be like, holy cow, it's not a channel cat. He's over a sec. He's thinking about it right now. He's like, do I really want to reel in another one? He still can't make up of his mind if he wants to reel it in or not. There he goes. He's committed now. These channel cats, man, I'm telling you. Come all the way to Texas, catch channel cats. There's Virginian. What's going on? He says, good to be back watching. Stay warm. Glad to see you in here, Virginia, and I hope you're doing well, man. David Count says, random question. Do you ever find arrowheads on the bank? I'm an avid collector and wouldn't be able to sit on the bank without looking around. I'll tell you something, David. I don't ever see them. And what I have noticed about people who find arrowheads, they're the same type of people who can spot 4-leaf clovers. You either can or you can't. And I'm one of them people, you could lay them out right in front of me and I can't see the damn things. I worked with a woman one time. We had a little break area, a little grassy area, and we'd go out and sit on a bench and chat and stuff. And we'd be sitting there chatting, and there's a little clover patch, and like she would just keep finding 4-leaf clovers. Like there's one, there's one, there's one. And I'm like, I don't see any of them. And it's the same way with the arrowheads. I never find anything. I'm sure I'm stepping on and walking over tons of them and just don't know about it. Tadpole says, Kayak Catfish panties, donate a pair to the lady you bumped into. I bet you if I put a pair of my used underwear online, somebody would buy it. It'd probably be one of them old weirdo creepers, like that one that solicited me for sex last year. Sent me 69 cents through PayPal and sent me a dirty message. And the worst thing was when he sent me that dirty message and he sent me 69 cents, he didn't send it friend to friend through PayPal. So I got hit with the fees, only got like 18 cents of it. There's some creepers on the internet. Hey, thanks for stopping in today, Ruger. Glad to see you in here, buddy. Yeah, Michael Toby Becca's got a channel. She's been posting some shorts on there and stuff. She's done some live streams on there. She's real active in the YouTube community. Y'all check her out. Well, Douglas, we talked about that, but it's kind of, we almost feel like it's better to do, each one of us do our own stream, because if we're both live at the same time, we're both going to be talking to other people, you know, and we might kind of overlap each other and take viewers away from the other, and we don't want to do that. And we could do the StreamYard thing and be live on the same screen, but then whoever's, you know, it'll be hard to divvy up the super chats and stuff, because whoever's hosting the stream would get all the super chats, and then we'd have to figure out, because YouTube takes their cut, and then you get taxed, and then, you know, it'd be a mess. It'd be a mess sorting all that out. So we're just going to roll independently. I'm on probably stay live here, you know, for another hour or so, and that'll probably be, we'll wrap it up, and he can do this afternoon or tomorrow or whatever he wants to do. Daniel Vance, don't forget about the master class. Great way to learn new food. Yeah, absolutely. We did a master class of Catfish Sumo last winter, and there's a link for it in the video description. And if you're new to catfishing, you're wanting to learn from the start, kind of the basics, and not have to sift through 500 or 700 videos that I've got online now, it's a great way to kind of shorten the learning curve. I appreciate you plugging the class there, Daniel. Deanna says, make a Kayak Catfish OnlyFans for the creepers. I could. I ain't listen. As the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase used to say, everybody's got a price. I would definitely show my ass for the right price. I showed my ass up there at the rental car place too, so literally and figuratively. Fish Flex says, sorry, Justin, I'll send you more than 69 cents next time. That was funny. That's definitely a memorable message for sure. I don't get creepers like that every day, but that guy he took the cake. Rob says most rocks are basically round and look for edges and looking around. That's probably helpful. That's some helpful info. Yeah, I don't know how to add a link. I'm not that fancy on how to add a link, but if somebody could put Becca's link on there, that would be good to have people be able to just click it and go to her channel. Yeah, Sabrina, me and Pro Moderator was just talking the other day about getting him on a stream again. You know, I fired him so many times, but he's been busy. He's done a lot of traveling with Bass Trail. He fished most of the Hobie BOS events, and boy, he stunk it up this year. Oh boy, he's stunk it up at every tournament he's been to. But he's been doing all his real estate stuff too. He's a real estate mogul now, in addition to being professional stock genius. But hopefully we'll get him on my videos here. Well, I'd like to at least do a video with him at some point. Try to get him out catfishing before the bass tournaments start back up again. I think their season starts, well, I think it starts here in the winter and then goes through the spring again. But He'll be on this channel again soon. We can't keep him suppressed for too long. Trey Barfield said about people asking about taking photos wearing nothing but a cast net. I wouldn't be, I guarantee you, if I made a picture like that, somebody would pay for it. Y'all think I'm crazy, but somebody would sign up for an OnlyFans. I guarantee it. Alan Patterson said, think the state of Texas decided you weren't going to catch any fish that came. I know, right? I ain't never seen so many channel cats in my life as what we've seen here in 2 days, man. It has been ridiculous amount of channel cats. Philip Thomas, $2. Thank you, Philip. I appreciate that, man. Didn't leave a comment with it. I'm gonna scroll down here and see if Philip left a comment. I don't see it. Well, thank you for the super chat, though, Philip. Nice of you, man. Dean calls. I ain't caught any carp down here in Texas. We got a 29-pound buffalo last night. I ain't got any carp down here though, and I don't ever weigh the carp I catch back home, so I don't have a clue. Hey, there's Deanna. She posted Becca's link. Thank you, Becca. Or thank you, Deanna. Thank you, Deanna, for posting Becca's link. I'll get it out here directly. Y'all know what I was trying to say. Oh, yeah, Penny. There was always stuff going on when I was working the ER. There's drunks all the time in there. It's usually not so much with us, the drunken women, you know, getting arrested for DUI, and they'd come to us to get their blood draw. They'd be soliciting the cops, you know, to try to get out of going to jail. There's some good opportunities that the cops had. Philip Thomas says, hey Justin, you have the best channel. Do you have the best of Justin Kayak on your other channel? Well, Phil, that's kind of what it is. It's kind of just highlights mostly. That's what that channel is, just shortening down longer videos for the people who don't like long videos, and kind of taking older stuff, good catches and stuff, and putting them out there for the new audience who doesn't go back and watch old videos. That's kind of what it is. But it's been a big success so far. I think I'm going to move my ultralight raw and uncut videos. I think I'm going to start posting those on the second channel as well, because they just don't perform well on this channel. And so I'm going to try them over there and see how they do. Alan says, woohoo, up to 162. I know, man. It's a lot lower than what it would be 3 months ago. In the spring and summer, you know, we'll get 500 people in this chat box. We'll have, last year there was one stream, I was flirting with 1,000. But once you get into October, November, December, it's just, I got spiderweb. It's just you hardcore watchers. That's all that's left at this point in the year. Yeah, I know, Sabrina. That was something else, wasn't it? Yeah, James, that's what Austin was saying too. When they move in thick, they'll run the channel cats out. And we saw some earlier before the wind kicked up. They were out there along the tree line. Ty Kit said everything is big in Texas except the channel cats. That's the truth. Hey, what's up, Mark? Catfish and crappie in the house. Yeah, I wish I was able to do some crappie fishing too. I'd planned to do the gar fishing before this buffalo trip, and that got ruined, and then my flight got changed, and so I ended up not getting to be out here as much as I had anticipated. The animal says biggest things in Texas are egos and Becca's heart. That's probably the truth.
Overpriced overpriced Whataburger.
An overpriced Whataburger. Daniel Vaughn says he loves the raw and uncut videos. I'm glad you like them. You know, the thing about them raw and uncut ultralight videos is that I do have an audience for them. There are people who genuinely like them. But it's a small number of people, and I want to grow that audience. So I think that's probably why it's best for me to put them on the second channel versus putting them on my main channel, where I know they're going to underperform with my main audience. I mean, I've got a couple of them that got a lot of views. One of them's flirting with 100,000 views, but because it does so bad to start with, I think that's why I'm getting hit with the low ad rates on them, because after a day, the first 24 hours, I'll have 5,000 views, and then it'll slowly trickle in afterwards. And so I think that slow growth at the start just kills my ad rates on them. But I do still want to do them because I like doing them. I love doing that style of fishing, you know. It's just going to take some time to grow that audience. Same with the carp fishing videos, you know. There's not a lot of people that like those, but the more I do it, the more I put it out there. Just like the kayak catfishing. When I started it, nobody was doing it. It was new, there wasn't a lot of interest, but over the course of time, it grew into what it is now. So it'll get there. It'll just take us a little time. I think we got another channel cat down there pecking. Kenny Trimble said should do a TikTok live again. Yeah. Oh, 80-something cents I'll make on that can go back to the TikTok fund. Mark there says he loves ultralight fishing. I do too. Like I love catfishing and I love carp fishing and stuff, but ultralight fishing I love the simplicity of it, you know, and I love the action. I love that you're just constantly getting, and bluegill is one of my favorite fish to catch. You know, a lot of people are too good for it, you know, just like the carp fishing. These other YouTubers out there and stuff, they too good for it. You know, they're above catching carp and whatnot. Not me. I love ultralight fishing. I love carp fishing too. Them other people can just be too good for it. Heck with them. James Carwell just got his notification. And thank you, Kenneth Elliott. I'm glad you like them. Gary Stoner says catching any fish is better than having to work. Yeah, I agree with that. Alan Patterson likes the ultralight vids too. Thank you, Alan. Matthew Tomlinson says, too good for the most popular fish in the world. I know, right? That's what's funny about it, is these other YouTuber stuff, they shit talk the carp and don't realize that on a worldwide scale, carp is the most popular game fish. That's what's funny about it. There's some dumb people out there. Okie says, how does it count for the views for the uncut? I always watch them in segments like 30 minutes here and there. It probably counts each time you tune in then Okie, it would be my guess. I think for most videos, I think you have to watch 30 seconds for it to count as a view. Bob Joseph, we're using bolt rigs today for the buffalo. Shelton, we've got some pack bait down to a hook with a plastic barbell. It's or a plastic dumbbell, I mean. And it's like an 8mm size, I think it is. Oh yeah, y'all, Deanna figured out the notifications things while people ain't getting them. She's like Perry Mason, buddy. She solved the mystery. She solved the case. I'll let her explain to you how to fix it. Yeah, I agree, Daniel Vaughn. It is, ultralight fishing is more action. James Carwell says, let everyone else be too good for carp and bluegill. That gives us a lot less Sore lip, carp, and bluegill to catch. I agree. No, Matthew Morris, no carp today so far. We'll see you next time, Spider Skull. Thanks for stopping in, man. Keith Doc Reed, he's back. Me too, Keith. Brittany McIntyre says, we always get 2 views and thumbs up from us. Tommy on TV and myself on the cell phone. Heck yeah, Brittany. Y'all are awesome. Y'all make up a significant portion of my views these days. Spider Skull, 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, Spider Skull. He's throwing cash on the way out the door. Thank you, buddy. Trey Barfield, $5 says, how about one of those nasty ER stories to the... No, Trey, Lord, no. Somebody refund Trey his money. I'm on vacation. I ain't doing no damn nursing stories. And the next channel cat's hitting anyway. Right here. Them old channel pests. There it is.
That one might be a turtle. Kind of doing some turtley looking stuff.
I'd rather catch a turtle than a channel cat at this point. Just some variety.
We need some variety.
Yeah.
Come on, fish.
They got them alligator snapping turtles down here. Is that what they call alligator snapping turtle?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen one. I'd like to see one. I say that, we'll probably reel one in here. Lord Gary Stoner, it'd take an hour and a half to get one in, the way they fight on an ultralight. That's awesome, Mark Arella. So he caught his biggest carp and his first fantail carp at a local pond. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you got into it, buddy. Yeah, Barry, it's not as cold today, but it is, when the wind's blowing, it is a little chilly. Becca says, shaking pom-poms, fishies, fishies. Let's see some action. Fishies, fishies, for our complete satisfaction. We'll make y'all stars to come and see the YouTube celebrities y'all can be. Lord Becca's cheering them old channel cats on right there. I hope so, Matthew Tomlinson. I hope so. Yeah, Daniel Vaughn, he's caught a bunch of big buffalo on this spot. He caught his PB on this spot, so yeah. I don't know where Josh and them went. Like I said, y'all, they out here, they're going to be going live at some point, probably either today or tomorrow. I don't really know exactly when yet. I figured I wanted to go live again right now because to see how my cell phone would do once I turn the 5G off. I'll tell you something, y'all. If any of y'all out there watching right now, if you're doing your own YouTube live streams and stuff, if you having cell phone service problems, like I've had terrible problems this year, and turn your 5G off on your phone. I had to go into my cellular settings and I found it under there, but it has an option to turn it off. And it seems to have made a world of difference now from what it was when I tried streaming earlier today. And so and I haven't had any problems with the chat box locking up. My screen hasn't frozen up yet. And so I'm wondering if it wasn't all cell phone problems and not the YouTube app, like all the cell phone problems causing my issues. So I don't know. But if you're a YouTube live streamer or a TikTok live streamer and you're struggling with service, you might want to try turning off that 5G. Hey, I'm glad you're liking it, Dean. There's the beeping. No channel cats again. Keith, Doc Reed, Josh was jealous that I got to meet you at CatCon. He was asking about you. I told him all about you and your wife. He's jealous. I told him he ought to go up there too, and up to the Catfish Conference. I know there ain't no carp stuff at the Catfish Conference, but you know, a lot of people that watch in the catfish community watches his stuff too. So I'm trying to get him to go up there. Rex Denway's watching at work. Becca's posted a link to my rod. Thank you, Becca. Appreciate you doing that. Keith said he'll see them in Kentucky. I told them they ought to go. Fix my hoodie. I'll tell you, that wind hit you. It's cold blowing off the water. It's still way better than it was yesterday. I can't tell you just how miserably cold it was yesterday. I can't describe it. Like the wind was just so relentless. But it's a much better day today. Yeah, hopefully you can make it out there, Art. I hope you do anyway. I'll probably be up there at least one day, I guess. I think Catfish Sumo is probably gonna have a booth. If he does, I'll make sure to try to show up at least one day. Oh, thank you, Nathan Eldridge. Mike Barron, it's the last weekend in February, and hopefully I'll be up there for at least one day of it. Yeah, I remember meeting you last year, Art. Ain't that something, Becca? I know it was warm last week, and then Mother Nature finds out I'm taking a little vacation, and she's like, Justin, you're not gonna be warm and comfortable there. Daniel Vaughn said, on another subject, did you decide to switch from GoPro to the new cameras full time? Yes. I'm most likely, unless I develop some kind of issue that I'm currently unaware of. So I got the new DJI Action 3 camera, y'all, and the first one I got had a lens problem, which is apparently a common malfunction with them. They've had a lot of lens problems. It was real blurry. And so then I bought the GoPro 11, thinking I'm gonna give it a shot, because I've had a lot of problems with the 10. The GoPro 10, the screen freezes up all the time and you end up losing footage, or it overheats, or it doesn't recognize my external mic, and then I get this zzz sound on the audio. I mean, it's been nothing but problems this year. I've lost so much footage because of the GoPro 10. I mean, I would have had probably at least another 8 to 10 videos that have just been completely wrecked because of GoPro. I've been so pissed off. So anyway, after the DJI problem, I got the GoPro 11. I thought I'm just going to give it a shot. And I took it out. First trip out with it, the screen freezes up. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I take the battery out, I put it back in. I do what you got to do, with GoPro to fix that problem. I turn it back on, and it's just a blank screen on there, like it don't even function. I'm like, hell with GoPro. I'm done with them. So I bought another DJI Action 3, just fingers crossed, hoping for the best. And it seems to be a lot better. And the last video I filmed, which didn't get crap reviews, I was asking people who did watch, about the video quality. What did y'all think of it? And all the comments I got on it were pretty positive. So the DJI Action 3, it works. I turn it on, at least thus far, the limited times I've used it. You turn it on, you push play, it records. It works. The screen's not freezing up. It allegedly doesn't overheat, although I haven't had it out in extreme temperatures yet, so to be determined. We'll see. I love the mount on it. The complaint I have with the DJI Action 3, there's two complaints so far. First one is the file size. It saves your video in like 5-minute sections, which is very annoying when you go to upload your files to your computer when you get home. Everything's in 5-minute increments. I don't know why that is. My old Sony cameras recorded in 35-minute blocks. GoPro's like 11 minutes and something, and DJI is in 5 minutes. That's very annoying. The other thing I've noticed as far as video quality, the video quality of GoPro is far and away the best in the action cameras. Nothing else is even close. GoPro's the best. DJI is pretty good, but you do get some more sun flare. Like you see these little dots on your screen when you're in bright sun. That can be a little bit of annoyance, but overall, if it will just work, like if I can just count on it to work like it's supposed to, actually record when I'm recording and not lock up the screen and not overheat, then it will be worthwhile. And so on the GoPro, and I know most of you don't give a crap about this, but I'm on a topic about it. So with GoPro, in order to use an external mic, you have to buy the media mod, $70, and connect your external mic into the media mod, which connects into, you have to remove the battery door and install that contraption, which when it does lock up is an ordeal because you got to take everything off and it's very time consuming. Or you got to run your mic in through the battery door with like a little pass-through door that they sell. Either way, it's stupid. It's a stupid setup. I don't know why after 11 generations of GoPro, they're still doing it that way. It's a dumb design. The DJI Action 3, the micro USB for installing your mic is on the opposite side of the battery door. It has its own spot. And it charges your mic transmitter from the camera battery while you're going. So I find that to be a much better design. It's a lot more helpful to me. Anyway, most of y'all don't care about that. But that's my rant on the GoPro. I hate GoPro. I hate them. I hate them with passion. So I'm probably done with GoPro. I've already sent the 11 back that malfunctioned. I've got a refund on it. So now I'm just, at this point, I'm pretty much just using the DJI, and I still have my GoPro 10, which I brought with me just in case I did have a malfunction, but probably be filming on the DJI going forward. Anyway, that was a long rant right there. That was really long. GoPro just got a lot of advertisement from me. I don't know what it's going to take to get GoPro to make a camera that functions. If they ain't got it right in 11 times, they probably ain't ever going to get it right. Mark, Catfish and Carp, he said he has a room reserved, so unless things change there at home, he'll be there. That's good. Get to see him at the Catfish Conference. Shane Price says, do you ever smile? Definitely military. That's a dumb comment. You know what would make me smile if I didn't have to deal with idiots with dumb comments. That would make me smile a lot. Yeah, Art, I do remember you. I remember that Murillo guy too. He's still dead to me, Art. Michael Murillo's dead to me because he lied to me. I was on Pontoon Jody's live stream, and Murillo says if I jump on the stream with her, that we'll be catching some fish. And I jumped on the stream, and neither me or her caught any more fish after that. So I'm never going to let him live it down. The best thing about Michael Murillo is his sister. She's pretty awesome. Y'all, Penny, I can't bring any hoodies. Those are kind of printed on demand. I wish I could, though. Yeah, Mark with Catfish, he knows the GoPro struggle. He knows it. Henry Chris says he's looking for an ultralight rod and reel. Any suggestion? Well, I love my rod there, Henry Chris. I've got that St. Croix Panfish Series rod, and I've had that thing now for, gosh, I don't know, several years, probably 6 or 7 years now, and it's been great. As far as the reels go, I'm the wrong person to ask on reels. I've used a little cheap Abu Garcia reel for a long time. and it's done well, but it's kind of wore out at this point. I gotta replace it. But Trout Magnet Man, Randy Goad, he's the best ultralight fisherman when it comes to tackle and stuff too. He's a great fisherman, and he's super into the gear, an ultralight gear. He does a lot of the JDM gear from Japan. So like he's kind of the expert when it comes to ultralight gear and tackle. He's the guy you want to talk to about that. Sabrina, I prefer Watts Bar for catfish. Just less boat traffic on Watts Bar than there is on Fort Loudon. You don't get all the pleasure boaters as bad, and you typically get more fish on Watts Bar. My biggest fish have come on Fort Loudon, but you get more fish on Watts Bar. Brian Stivers, what's going on? Whatever says, have you caught anything yet? We caught a bunch of channel cats, man. Got one buffalo last night, one common last night. Mostly channels, though. Catfish and Crappie says the St. Croix panfish rod is great until you slam a rod locker door on it. Ask me how I know. Sounds like a traumatic experience he's had there with it. He says, Justin, we have a bait shop here that specializes in JDM gear and baits. Pretty high-end stuff for sure. That's awesome, man. It was Randy there, Trout Magnet Man. He is always ordering from overseas and stuff. And so I know there's a process with ordering that stuff with the conversion rates and then getting through customs and all that. So that's pretty cool that you all got a shop up there that imports that stuff. Here's the thing, Mark, I've been hesitant to try the JDM gear because Randy speaks so highly of it, about how much better it is than what we have here in the States, that I'm afraid that if I try it, I will like it so much that I will go down the rabbit hole like he has and be buying these $400 and $500 rods. Uh-oh, y'all. I think that's a carp. I got to put y'all, man. No, he's gone. I lost the phone down my britches here too. I think that was a carp. That was zooming right there. Yeah, he wasn't there when I picked up, but he was going. I lost the phone down my britches. There we go. Are y'all still there? Did y'all see the inside of my britches there? I went to stick it. I always stick the phone down in my life jacket. And well, today I don't have the life jacket on, so down in the bibs y'all went. Yes, yeah, I ought to charge extra for that. False alarm, y'all. I thought we had one, something was running with it there. That wasn't no channel cat. No, Gary Wormy Rich, we ain't had no good ranch yet. I talked about my YouTube struggles there with the copyright thing earlier, and my rental car problems and travel problems in the first live stream before it messed up. Nothing real bad today though. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm afraid of, Mark, is I'm gonna like it too dang much and it's gonna cost me a fortune. It's better to just not know how good it is. Everybody's saying fish on, and then y'all got dropped down my pants. Art says, uh-oh, the trouser trout. Yeah, it woke me up a little bit too there. I got excited when it started pulling like that. I thought it was a carp. Just wasn't nothing there when I picked up. There's Steve Mosley. What's going on, Steve? Josh, you decided what time y'all might go live yet, or what you're playing? I'm gonna plug y'all before I wrap this up.
Yeah, I haven't decided. I'll post a thing. We might go live a few hours before dark or something.
There you go. He said he might go live a few hours before dark. He'll post it on his channel, probably a community post or something there.
It's early
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that last night, y'all, how early it gets dark here. We're in Central Time here in Texas. And we're in Eastern Time. Me and Josh both are in Eastern Time zone back home. But it gets dark early down here. They brought a light with them for them to be able to film at night. I couldn't travel with that kind of stuff, so I'm just kind of winging it. Andre Stellfield from Germany. What's going on, Andre? No, Alan King, I won't have time to go anywhere else. Hey, thanks for stopping in today, Mark. Hope you have a good day at work, man. Becca's telling people to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Becca. I appreciate your efforts there. Lost my hood there. I think my hood got all cattywampus there when I went after that fish. Yeah, I turned the camera around to stick you all down in my life jacket, and it didn't dawn on me. My life jacket's not on. Deanna says, what's my favorite food? I don't know, Deanna. I'm not a foodie. Like, I don't... I mean, I go through cravings. Like, I'll eat the same thing for a week sometimes. Probably chicken wings, though, I guess. It'd probably be if I had to pick, like, one thing. I mean, like, if I had to eat one thing the rest of my life, it probably wouldn't be chicken wings. I'd probably die of a heart attack in 3 years, but probably chicken wings, though. Especially during football season. Football season and chicken wings, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. They're just made for each other. Art says China. Yeah, I do like me some China King buffet back home too. I do enjoy the Chinese. I like some Thai food occasionally too. I just go on kicks, you know. I'll eat the same thing. I can get on a hamburger helper kick and want to eat it for a week, and then I won't want it again for 2 months. You know, weird like that. Becca says, what's your favorite holiday? I probably like Christmas the best. I don't like the Christmas shopping season, but I have fond memories of Christmas, all growing up and stuff, so probably Christmas. And I always like taking my dog Roscoe to see Santa Claus and get his picture taken with him. I'm gonna try it with Daphne this year. I don't know if it's gonna go well because Daphne is very hyper and not well behaved around people. So taking her into the mall to go see Santa, it might be worth filming just for the entertainment of me trying to keep her under control. But I think I'm gonna take her to go see Santa. I always like doing that with Roscoe. Mike Barron says, is the Kayak Carp or Kayak Catfish hoodie warmer or thicker? I think they're both the same company makes them both. So should be same material. Yes, spring. I hope I never have to find out about St. Croix's warranty. I'm probably out of the warranty range on them at this point anyway. Andre's asking about Austin. I've got a fella here. I can't remember where he said he was from. Germany.
Okay.
Andre Stelfield, and he's asking about your rod pods.
What about them?
What kind are they?
Those are Solar Worldwides.
Okay. Solar Worldwides there, Andre. Austin, do you ever eat hamburger helper?
Occasionally, yeah.
You like it?
It's not bad.
It's not bad, is it? Fishing with Steve.
Done, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it'll fill you up.
It's really good when you're on the bank.
See, yeah.
Cold weather food, it's good.
I got a guy on here fishing with Steve Mosley, said he would die before he'd eat Hamburger Helper. There's something wrong with Steve Mosley.
Something wrong.
He ain't got a fine palate like we do.
All right.
Deanna wants to know my birthday, March 5th. Deanna, I'm gonna expect a full surprise party along with many gifts too. By gosh, it better be a big shindig. Bob Ross. If Josh is there, hey Josh, Bob Ross is here. You. He says every little tree needs a friend, Bob. Yeah, they down there right now. They rebaiting the channel cats to feed them alive down there, so they getting baited up on their rods. Austin here for his guide service, he provides all the gear, like everything you need, camping gear, rods, baits. You need it, he's got it. But Josh and Clayton, they drove down, and so they brought their rods too, and there's plenty of room here on the bank, so they've put out their gear also, just to increase our odds. Sharina says, Hamburger Helper tastes like the cardboard box. I'm sorry, Dan. Well, I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that you lost your mom. I'm sure that's a tough time of year for you. Oh, I'm counting on you, Deanna. I expect it, by gosh. Bar is high for you. She says, mark your calendars, everyone. I won't expect my inbox to blow up on my birthday. I actually did get some cards last year. I take that back. I did. Will and Lynn Loy sent me a present. I know they did. Hopefully they're doing okay. I don't know if we'll see them in here today or not, but they've had a hard time lately with a death in their family, and hate that for them. They've been big supporters of my channel, you know, and hate what they've had to go through. Also, too, y'all, I mentioned in gosh, it's been a month or more now, but I was talking in a live stream about the this new microwavable egg maker, like hard-boiled eggs. You put them in the microwave, and it makes them quicker and easier than on the stove. And I was mentioning that on the live stream. I was like, man, that'd be pretty cool. Well, Will got one, and Will Loy, he got one and sent it to me. So I haven't tried it yet, but it's at the house there. I'm gonna put it to use. I thought that was pretty thoughtful of him to do that. Deanna, I do have a P.O. box. I just don't make it publicly available, except, you know, if an individual says, you know, they're wanting to send me something, I'll give it out. But I'm afraid of what would show up if I made it just open to everybody. I'm afraid it would be an ordeal. But I do have a P.O. box, yeah. And I didn't get it for YouTube. Like, I've had a P.O. box for forever, just because when I got my house, I bought the house and it had to be remodeled, so I didn't move in for a long time, and I didn't want the mail going to that house and me not picking it up regularly, so I got a P.O. box, and then I started doing the travel nursing, so I was gone all the time, so I've kept the P.O. box for years. And it keeps going up in price. When I got it, it was like $40-something a year, I think, because I just have a small one. And last year, I think I paid over $100-something for the year. It's over doubled in price since I've had it. But I've had it 15 years, I guess, 16 years I've had the house. So. Willis Cops is one of two things. Either you've eaten Hamburger Helper, or you're the kind of person who will only eat chicken fingers dipped in ketchup and PB&J with no crust. Boy, there are a lot of people like that nowadays too, Willis Cop. A lot of people like that. Lord, JBT's going to be sending me some Hamburger Helper, y'all. The Hamburger Helper they ought to be sponsoring this channel after today. You know, Deanna, it's funny you say that. I had them straps sent to my house, and of course they got delivered to a neighbor. And so I got some more straps. I ordered some more and sent them the P.O. box, and they finally showed up. So frustrating over them straps. But I do love the straps. The torque straps, they're awesome. I got me an affiliate link with them there too. So if y'all are looking for a holiday gift, down in my video description, there's a link for the torque straps. They're amazing. You know, kind of expensive compared to a normal ratchet strap or bungee strap, but so much better, so much worth it. Great straps. So, yeah, if you're doing your holiday shopping, add torque straps under the tree. Sharina says JB2 will bring hamburger helper to Kayak. I'd eat it too, by gosh. But I don't know. I probably shouldn't be eating food from people that I don't know directly. Because you never know, somebody might poison me. Put something in there, give me diarrhea or something. Alan King says, what are the fishing conditions like in Texas versus Tennessee right now? I assume it's kind of like you went back in time about 2 or 3 weeks weather-wise. Since you're far, you know, you would think that, Alan, but we get down here to Texas and it's frigid cold. Like yesterday, it was allegedly low 40s, but with the wind chill, it had to be in the 30s. I mean, it was cold, man. So, and of course, it's cold back home right now, too. So weather-wise, it's about the same, really. One place to the next. But yeah, typically, it would be much warmer down here than back home right now. There's Becca plugging my second channel. Thank you, Becca. I appreciate that. Alan Patterson says, how's the e-bike working out? Working great. I've kept the Highboy model. That was my favorite of the ones that I've gotten. So I've kept it for me to run the dog with. I just got one from Magicycle. I just got one recently, last week. I filmed a video for it. I posted the video to YouTube as unlisted so that they could view it. I got an email. They were upset with the video because they wanted a video that was 15 minutes long, and the video I think is like 20-something minutes long. I misinterpreted that. They apparently wanted at least 15 minutes of featuring the bike, which I would have never agreed to that had I known that's what they meant. Most of the time, they want a video that's, you know, at least 8 to 10 minutes long is typically what these companies want, and they don't give a crap if you're doing a bike video or a fishing video. It's better for them that I do a fishing video. People are going to stay engaged longer. But they were very upset. So anyway, I emailed back and told them that I would just remove the video. They could make arrangements to have a shipping company come pick up the bike, and they could have the damn thing back. So I haven't heard back since then, but best of luck with them. Best of luck with them finding somebody to come get that bike. And if they do, they can have the damn thing. So, but that was Magicycle. You may or may not see that video. And then I've got another company sending me a bike. It'll probably be here next week sometime, Monday or Tuesday. It's, gosh, I done forgot the name of the other company. It's slipping my mind off the top of my head. I think it's HOV Alpha. HOV, I think. I think it's HOV. I don't know. But they seem like they're going to be okay to work with. This new company that's sending me one next week, they had actually watched my other bike videos. Like they referenced the one I done for Velo Wave and the one I done for Highboy, and they were pretty much cool with me doing whatever type of video I wanted. Magicycle, on the other hand, a little bit of a surprise that they had a problem with the video. I thought it turned well. I thought I did a pretty good job of plugging them. I got them at the beginning of the video, went over the bike, I did some fishing, I did the little speed test, I did the hill test. Their bike did bad on the hills, but better than some I've had. And so, anyway, I probably won't be getting any more bikes from Magicycle. But all the other bikes I've sold now. I just been doing the videos, fulfilling my commitments, and then selling the damn things. You ain't missed nothing, Mark Reeves. Not a damn thing. Well, you know, I could try some hamburger helper in the carp. That'd be interesting. That'd make for a good video, actually, to go out there with some hamburger helper mixed in with pack bait and see what happened. I might get 3 more views on that.
Whoever said they didn't like hamburger helper, I would take hamburger helper over Whataburger.
Oh,
any day
man.
of the week.
That's
Hamburger helper over Whataburger any day of the week. That's all I'm saying.
That's the national food down here in Texas is Whataburger.
I don't care. I don't care. Hamburger helper.
He's had a bad experience with Whataburger. He'll never go back to a Whataburger ever again, folks. He ain't ever going back. Alan Patterson, I hope them thieves don't find my house while I'm gone. I got everything locked up. I got the gate closed and locked. Tried to buckle everything down. So we'll see you, Michael Toby. It's been a struggle outdoors for life. We've caught a bunch of channel cats, but only 1 buffalo so far. 1 common. Deanna said, do you believe in ghosts? Oh yeah, Lord Deanna, we covered that in a live stream a few months ago. I was telling all my ghost stories and stuff. Ghosts are my #1 fear in life, Deanna. By far. I'm more terrified of ghosts than anything else. I don't like things I don't understand. And I don't understand ghosts. Fishing with JBT says Whataburger's the best. Yeah. You going baiting? You got 180 people watching you bait right now.
There we go.
What's the most amount of people you've ever baited in front of?
Oh man.
We may break a record here today.
Yeah. That might be the most.
We setting all kinds of records out here today.
Yeah.
If you flip over, I'm going viral. Just go ahead and fake it.
Up if I do.
Penny, I like me some tuna helper too. I don't know that I drove past any In-N-Outs, Willis Cop. I'll keep my eyes peeled. They ain't much out here where we at around Lake Fork. There ain't. There's a Subway and the Lake Fork Motel restaurant, and that's about it. That thing was beeping. I don't know if it's him hitting the lines out there. He's got a couple markers out there. He's been dumping bait out on a couple times a day at least. He's got corn that he's boiled up. He's got cattle cubes. He's got some boilies. He's got just kind of a variety of stuff he's dumping out there. These channel cats, man, they come in and they just eat it. They got it eaten in no time. Every one of these channel cats we've reeled in has been just fat, you know, where they've been eating that food. Brian Stivers, I have learned a lot on this trip. It's been very informative for both carp and buffalo. Just the gear, the techniques, the baits, all that stuff. Now, whether or not I can apply what I've learned here to catch more buffalo at home, I don't know. I don't know, because I'm not the type of person, I'm not going to put in multiple days, you know. Austin's out here, he'll camp for 3, 4, 5 days at a time. I'm not going to do that. So part of it's just being on the water when they're active and feeding. But I'm definitely a lot smarter. I'm definitely going to be able to improve some things when I get home. Deanna hates tuna but loves tuna helper. I don't know how that's possible. Becca's got the original Whataburger jingle. Whataburger, Whataburger, just what a burger should be. The unescapable, unmistakable, bigger, better burger, Whataburger. Lord. Josh did not have a good experience at Whataburger. He ain't ever doing that again. They've ruined him. Maybe we'll have somebody from Whataburger watching this stream and they'll send you like a gift card or something. Outdoors for Life. So what's the main forage for buffalo? Don't know much about them. We don't have them here. So I asked the same question because I didn't know what they were eating. But he said, Austin said they eat like crustaceans, stuff they find on the bottom, you know, your worms and your snails, and you know, the crawfish and mussels. He said setting up on mussel beds are really good places to get them, which that's one of those kind of helpful tips for me back home as far as figuring out where to try to target them. Is mussel beds. So yeah, they apparently eat a lot of that, and apparently we want to be using really small baits for them because even the big buffalo have really small mouths. So like his bait that he's got on his hook here is like an 8mm size Corda dumbbell, which is, you know, really small. Raw monster fishing. So a big fan for a while. Just haven't said anything when I came in. Seriously thinking about starting my own channel. Well, good luck if you do, man. Hope it goes well for you. There's John Boat Morava. What's going on, man? Got a lot of Whataburger fans in here. Becca says if she let all bad experiences hold her back, she'd never eat anywhere. That's the truth, Becca. It's hard to find good service or good food anywhere these days with the staffing shortages and all that. Yeah, Keith, I had to take Daphne and have her boarded. We tried it again at my parents', you know, trying to get her to be good down there and stuff, and then last time, it's a week or two back, I guess, my mom was going to come get Daphne, take her down to her to her place for the day. And so I left, I went fishing, and I left Daphne out in the house because there was going to be like an hour gap between me leaving and my mom picking her up. And she was so bad during that time, like she shredded something she should not have shredded. And my mom walked in my house, saw that, and that was it for Daphne's chances of ever going back down there and staying, because you just can't trust her being out. And my parents don't have they can't crate her and leave the other dog and, you know, their cats out and stuff. It ain't fair to Daphne. So I had to take her to the vet and have her boarded while I'm gone. And the vet's pretty good. They messaged me, said she's doing good down there. But I hate having her boarded. I do. I really don't. But at the same time, too, I can't trust her to stay with anybody, and I have to leave her in a crate when I'm gone at the house because she'll act out. She'll purposely chew stuff up just because she's mad. She's a spiteful dog. She's a loving dog, but very spiteful. Becca, we got a few people down here on the bank. I guess for those of you tuning in, I could do better at that. That was Austin Anderson who was out there baiting. He's a guide down here in Texas. Does buffalo, he catches monster buffalo, which is what we're targeting down here. And so I'm fishing with him for 3 days, and he's brought all his camping gear and fishing gear, the baits. I mean, it's literally you show up and you're ready to fish. It's pretty awesome service he's got here. And then we've got Josh and his son from Carp and Catfish Baits Tips, Tricks, and Techniques YouTube channel. They up there, they've driven down from Indiana here to fish with us. So we got 4 of us out here waiting on these fish, dealing with these pesky channel cats, trying to get us a trophy buffalo. I want to see it too, Mark Reeves. I want to. Deanna says she'll learn. My dog used to chew through cords. We got her a sister. Now they just lay down most of the day. Shoot, I've thought about getting another one, but Daphne's one's about all I can handle right now. Alan King with $10. Thank you, Alan. He says, thanks for answering my question. Your videos have inspired me to try catfishing for my kayak, and it's pretty dang fun. I've only caught 10 to 15 pounders, but even they can pull the kayak a bit. Awesome, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you for the super chat. It's addicting, man. Them 10 to 15 pounders, they'll take you on a sleigh ride. Alan, she's just a mutt. Daphne's a boxer pit mix of some kind. She's a great dog, but boy, she's spiteful. Yeah, river fishing with Frank, you can catch Asian carp. I watched Catfish and Carp do it. He's catching them on spoons, I think. Brian Stiver's gonna take me for a steak dinner next time I'm in Alabama. I don't know when I'll be down there, but by gosh, I'll take you up on it, Brian. Craig Towns, just joined. What's the bait of choice? We got pack bait with a plastic Corda dumbbell. That's what we're rocking today. Well, y'all, I'm down here at the bottom of the chat box again. We been at this now a little over 2 hours now. I ain't caught any buffalo. We got some channel cats here on video, I guess. We've been seeing a lot of them. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream here, I guess, and hang out with these guys a while. And again, at some point today, maybe toward this evening, Josh there from Carp and Catfish Baits Tips, Tricks, and Techniques will probably be live. So if you haven't already, subscribe to their channel. They'll make a post there on the community tab, let you know what time they're planning on doing a stream, either today or tomorrow, but I'm sure they'll be live on here. But this is probably going to be the last live stream for me until spring, and unless I just happen to end up going, I may go to Florida at some point, either December or January. So if I do that, I'll probably do another live stream down there just for you know, IRS purposes, in case I don't get any normal video content. I gotta prove that I was somewhere and making a little cash to be able to, you know, gotta write stuff off. You know, that's the perk of doing this, being able to write these trips off and stuff. So, but this will probably be the last stream for me until spring. But we'll get the live streams going again, probably in maybe March or April. And then regular videos will be sporadic through the winter. Probably the same thing, March or April, I'll get to going on those pretty regularly again. This time of year, views are just, you know, so bad. Last year I kicked around the idea of scaling back a little bit, taking more time off and not really forcing it. And I ended up just kind of grinding through, but it was a slog, you know, through the winter. So probably gonna cut back a lot this year. Just kind of spend the time enjoying myself a little bit more, focusing less on getting 2 and 3 videos a week and stuff. But we'll get it going again here in the spring. But I appreciate all of you that have stuck with me. Again, y'all that are still watching, the 186 people here in the live stream, y'all are top 1% in my book. Y'all are troopers. Y'all stick with me no matter what, and I appreciate the hell out of you. Let me see if I got any more on here before we wrap this up. Willis Cop says, how does he pack his bait compared to what you use? I don't know. You want to go ask him? Let's go up here and ask him. Austin, I got another question about your pack bait. One of my regular viewers here, Willis Cop, he wants to know about your pack bait as far as like what you're using and how you're mixing it. And so it's like, you said it's mostly oat.
Oats and water and several cinnamon in here. There's calf manna, which is like a pellet, and it's cream style corn that kind of makes it wet. And then I've added some maple carp flavor.
And you've got that Proline baits there.
Yeah.
You've got a discount code for that, don't you?
Definitely. Let me
well, I'm trying to plug you here.
I think it's Austin 10
Austin 10.
You get 10% off, and they make carp flavoring, obviously, but they also make bass flavoring, and their bass flavoring is some really good stuff as well.
And you swear by that stuff.
They have catfish flavoring. They have crappie flavoring. So any kind of fish you're targeting, they have got something for you.
How well does it wash off your hands there? I see your hands.
I mean,
Don't adjust your screen,
color
folks.
For
But yeah, folks, his pack. I mean, he's got it dialed in. Yeah. And I'll tell you, if you want to learn about carp or buffalo, he is the guy to teach you. And just like that right there, I mean, he's very forthcoming, very knowledgeable, but he'll tell you everything. A lot of guides you fish with, they basically want you to just shut the hell up and reel in fish. They don't want to tell you nothing. They don't want to give out no secrets. Austin has been so awesome with answering every question that I can think of to pepper him with. So if you want to learn, he's the guy to learn from. All right, let me just knock out a few more of these comments, and we're gonna wrap it up here.
Justin, I got a question for you, man.
For me?
That's for you.
For me?
I've been thinking about ordering me some Catfish Sumo stuff, right?
Yeah.
What's a good way to help support your favorite streamer and pick up some Catfish Sumo stuff, man?
Oh my gosh. I suck at live streaming so bad. So code word Kayak, get you 10% off your order.
Code word Kayak.
Yeah. 10% off your order. And if you're a club member, you get 15% off.
Okay.
They got their own special code there in the community tab. So be sure to check that out.
Like it pays
15%.
by being a club member there.
It does. And I haven't heard about the Black Friday sale, but I'm sure there's one coming, and my code works in addition to the Black Friday. At least it did last year. Maybe it will this year. Super big savings, y'all. Super big savings. Way to plug Catfish Sumo there, Josh. You're a better salesman than I am. You're hired. I'm a lousy salesman. I'm terrible at this. Let me just knock out a few more. Y'all, thanks for tuning in. Everybody who's super chatted me today, thank you. Becca, thank you so much. Always good to see you. All my club members, I appreciate y'all's support. Thanks for sticking with me. There's a handful of y'all club members, man. Y'all have stuck with me even right now when I ain't posting much content. Y'all still in there support me. It means a lot to me. So anyway, y'all, I think that's a wrap for me. I'm gonna be done with the filming, and if the bite picks up good, I may bust out my cameras for a regular video. I'd hope to film some regular videos too, but we'll see. May or may not. I wasn't too optimistic they would be viewed very well, but I was hoping to do some filming. But anyway, we'll watch Austin use this giant rod here. No pressure, Austin. It's only 180 people watching. He's launching bombs there, man. He's got that way out there. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna kick back with these guys and relax, enjoy the rest of my vacation. And again, y'all be sure to check out Josh's channel here, Carp and Catfish Baits, Tips, Tricks, and Techniques. They're going to be live at some point, and you might see a cameo appearance from me at some point on their stream. Just saying, there's a chance. There's a chance I could be making a cameo appearance. So anyway, y'all, wherever you at, I hope y'all are warmer than we are. And let's do it again sometime. I'll see you then.